The third step of QFD, or House of Quality, is the interrelationship diagram. In this phase, we start to define more which ones are the most important or most vital improvement targets. If you haven't done yet, open now the QFD template from the download area. Check the VOC you have done and then develop either the performance measures or put them in the functions or processes. And start with the functions or processes and write the technical response, the hows, which means the how we can really define what the customer wants, like we discussed in the last training. If you have already done this, continue from this forward. So in this phase or stage, we evaluate the relationship between the customer needs, i.e. what the customers have told us they need or want, the what's, and what we have defined as the design requirements, meaning how we can really fulfill the needs. So we define in this green area the relative importance of each design requirement. We will use numbers again, because as a final results, we need to have a mathematical calculation on the importance. Like you can see in here, we use the numbers 0, which is no interrelation at all, weak interrelation or correlation, medium interrelation, or strong interrelation. That means that these things are highly related to each other, so they affect to each others. And now fill it up as in this example. If you need, stop the video for a while, do the filling, and then continue afterwards. So as you can see, each interrelation from what's to how's have correlation. So they are relative importance for each design requirement. And when you really look at the numbers, you start to see that there is a solid reason using ones, threes, and nines, because that way we can separate the numbers, like you see in the bottom line, how important that it starts with 121, the next highest is 78, and so on. That helps you to see which ones can be correlating or interrelation being so strong that it's good to think of developing those two areas at the same time. Because when you sum these values vertically, you will get a relative importance for each design requirement. And when you understand the importance, it is important helping tool for you to think what you do next. When you have filled it up and you have the numbers in place, your job is to analyze it. So think about the customer needs. Have they all been addressed? Is the voice of the customer really considered in full? Are there some design requirements that don't relate to any customer needs? Why is that? Have you put some technical requirements that have nothing to do with what customers expect from you? And conduct a reality check in the team as a team exercise at the end to make sure that relative ranking of design requirements makes logical sense, i.e. that they look wise enough made so that you can really continue with this matrix. And then, okay, which one of the design requirements appear to be most important and least important? you see it in the numbers in the bottom. Here's the car example. Unfortunately, it's quite bad, but as you see, we also have now here the car competitor analysis that we do next. And now at the end, review your house of quality and what you have done this far on all 3 steps, and think, what is it telling to you? Are there any gaps or any surprises? If there are, can you explain them, or should you review your estimation or your requirements?